Hi guys, day 16 of the 90-day video challenge. I am sat in my car because my son is sleeping at the back, although I think I've just woken him, so I'll have to be quick. Been reading this book to get inspiration again before I write my blog. Probably hopefully do it sometime this weekend. 3 things that I've just read that are quite interesting. How do your decisions change if retirement isn't an option? Interesting one, which is kind of realistic now in this modern age. People are working very long hours. What if you could use a mini retirement to sample your deferred life plan reward before working 40 years for it? Again, it's a bit like a cake and you eat it type of thing. You kind of want to live now while you're at your healthiest, while you're at the most mobile. And is it third question, is it really necessary to work like a slave to live like a millionaire? Very thought-provoking questions in a book, and I'm gonna enjoy reacquainting myself with all these answers because it's very much in line with SFM. Obviously, SFM was based around this book. My son's gone to sleep again. Obviously, not that interested in a 4-hour work week. Yeah, very good. This book takes it to the extreme, or is it extreme? Again, it's all about a mentality and a plan. The old tradition is work 40-45 years, defer all life plans to the end, and I very much saw that with my parents. They worked extremely long hours, 7 hours a day. They liked all the good things in life, but they just worked 7 days a week, and they did a fair bit of travelling. I remember going to Disneyland and things like that, but they had to shut the shop and take us there, and they retired early because my mum got cancer. It was obviously a shock. It was an acute type of cancer. She thankfully recovered and still with us, but the first 6 months to a year of that was pretty much chemotherapy and everything else inside the hospital. They travel a lot now, but I do see and feel the sense of irony of waiting until the end to do it all. I'm glad they travelled so much, and in a way it was the worst thing that could have happened. My mum pretty much got cancer, I think, at 56 years old, so it was a forced early retirement, but it allowed them to travel the world and do things they wanted. My dad couldn't run the shop himself, and fortunately, probably a culture thing, they scored a lot of money into the bank, having worked 7 days a week for most of their life, and they were able to go and visit all the places they do. So they have seen a lot of things. Only this Christmas 2018, just after Christmas, my dad had a heart attack. Again, another wake-up call, and he's never been ill. He's been the healthiest, fittest person in my life. Again, luckily the ambulance came, took him straight to hospital. Again, in the UK we have the NHS, so a very good blessing there, and took care of him. And by the time we got there to the hospital, he was having his lunch and his drink, and he seemed perfectly normal. But I think it hit him mentally. It kind of shook him for the very first time in his life, and you can see by the way they talk, and they actually actively encourage living your life now, not deferring it until the later years of your life. It's a complicated topic, obviously, when you've got family, kids, mortgages and all those kind of things, but it's a message that I suppose my parents now know more than anything else, I suppose. And yeah, they still want to do things, but they know, they keep saying the odd thing every now and again, do things while you can, which is basically what this is trying to say. Don't wait until the end, because this whole number of variables that could happen that might not allow you to do it. And living your life in a state of happiness and flow is where you want to be. So, quite a thought-provoking message, especially when you're sat in a car for an hour waiting for your son to wake up. Promised him I'll take him to Legoland, but he fell asleep in the car. So yeah, do the silly things. I mean, all these things it's all life things. If you can't do them, then it's obviously the one thing in life that you want to do. But when you've done them lots, you get a bit bored of it, and it's a huge luxury. Again, I say, as soon as you're bored of it, it's a huge luxury. Recognize it, be aware of it. But if you haven't had it, then you can't think of anything else. So, you know, like kids, Legoland is not really somewhere an adult would go. But with a child, it's a completely different experience. They are amazed by plastic figures and Lego. And so I spend a couple of hours building large Lego blocks of things with my son, because it's what you want to do with your life. Right, so that's my little short piece. I'll see you tomorrow.